Now, Tori Sanchez was going to call upstairs. We've got her on the phone. Tori, what can you tell us? You were breaking up a bit.
Yeah, hi, Beth. Hopefully you can hear me. We have at least 3 airplanes that are circling the area, dumping water on this fire. We still have a very active burn. What we heard is that at its beginning, it was 5 acres. However, it is very windy out here, which is a problem. That wind that Alan was just talking about pushes this fire. We have been seeing more people come out of the area. People are allowed out. Where we're actually stopped is at the Fremont campground. We can't even get any further. What we do know is that no homes have burned, which is a very good sign. But right now, I'm just seeing a drop right now. We're going to probably set up a live shot and hopefully get that to you as soon as we can so you could see actually the extent of this fire. Again, it started at 5 acres, but I can tell you it is definitely pushed past that. But luckily, no homes have been burned.
Okay, and it started in the Fremont White Rock campground, but we were told, according to the CHP website, that Sage Hill has completely burned. Can you talk about other areas that you believe the flames have already hit?
Well, I believe they've already hit at White Rock and Red Rock. Many people go to that area during the summertime because of the falls there. There's some water there, a watering hole. We do know that it did hit that area. I'm not sure how much of that area has been burned. What I can tell you is that I'm actually at the Fremont campground, and it's no flames actually here. This is where we have been stopped. But I'm looking right now. I see clear flames, very bright red flames, and dark smoke. So as far as I know, I'm not sure exactly what has burnt, but I do know by the White Rock and Red Rock area. And because it started near that area, this is being called the White Fire.
The White Fire. Okay, that's the first that we've heard of that. Are they giving any estimate as to the acreage size right now?
They don't know. I just got off, Captain David Sadecki with the Santa Barbara County Fire Department. He doesn't know because of these flames. He's not sure how far it's reached. What we do know is that this is a U.S. Fire Service fire. They're running the show here. However, the county fire department is sending in some strike teams to make sure that they could try to get this contained as soon as possible. Okay.
I mentioned a trout club because that is a community up there. The flames, are they threatening that area or no? Is that community needing to evacuate yet or not?
I'm not sure. What I do know is anywhere up there is being evacuated. So people are coming down with their horses. People are coming down with their camping gear. Some people that just went past us who actually had their entire car being packed up. Now, I'm not sure if you could see us right now, but we're trying to get live. Beth, I'm not sure if you can see us.
No, I can't see you yet. They're still efforting. So are you okay to keep talking?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
So actually, a fire truck is about to pass us right now. If you hear the sirens, they're coming by. We have probably about 24, if not more, cars that have been evacuated or who are trying to get back up. They actually can't right now. And here's a fire truck right here being passed us. That looks like the U.S. Forest Service just went past us right now.
Okay, we've got you. We've got you live now, Tori.
Okay.
We've got your live
right
picture.
Now.
And tell us again exactly, for those viewers just tuning in, where you are and what we're seeing. Victoria, can you hear me?
I'm going to keep the cell phone up to my ear, but I'm at the Fremont campground. And we have dogs and people who have been evacuated from this area. As you can see, there's a big cloud of black and brown smoke above the campground.
Tori, can you hear me?
So as we can see right here, yes, I can hear you. We have some people being turned around. This guy in the red truck, he's trying to get past the Fremont campground, but he's being denied. No one is being allowed up while these firefighters go up to try to combat this fire.
You know, earlier we had the phone interview with you and you were really breaking up, but I thought that you said that the majority of the campers had already left, which is great news. Is that the case?
That is the case. What we were told is that because of the Memorial Holiday weekend, a lot of people have left on Monday. And Captain David Sadecki of the Santa Barbara County Fire Department actually told me that if this was yesterday, this would be a much different situation. More people stay through the holiday weekend to Monday. So the fact that, if at all, this had to happen during this weekend, that it's very lucky that it happened on Monday.
Really curious. You know, we know that this is a very extremely dry season, not just very extremely dry season. There is so much fuel up there. Curious what types of fire restrictions were in place for the campers for this Memorial Day weekend. Have you heard anything about that?
Yes, what I can tell you is that there has been a restriction. The people who only were in campgrounds that had actual fire pits were able to, as you could probably see right now, one of the airplanes, but campers were only able to make a fire in a campfire pit. So people who are maybe out in the backcountry a little bit, no fires at all, because we've had a fraction of the rain that we're supposed to have during the rainy season. And now that it is summertime, getting to summertime, we're at the end of May, it's very dry out here. As you can see, Brandon, you want to take a look. It's very dry out here. We've gotten very, very little rain.
Tori, can you have Brandon, the photographer, kind of pan up, if he will? Show us the plume of smoke. And from your perspective, based on the winds, where are the flames heading now?
Okay, Brandon, why don't you go ahead and take a look at... Well, we're going to have Brandon take a look at the smoke right now. They're actually pushing a little bit away from us, which is could be a good sign, because towards us would mean going towards the 154. This looks like, because of the wind pushing, it's going away from the 154. But then again, there are homes towards that area.
Officials.
There's the view right there.
There's the view from our back patio here in Santa Barbara. And Tori, we were told that is it one air tanker or two air tankers, and there are multiple 3 water dropping planes as well? 3 water dropping planes.
What we've heard is that at least 3 are out here, but 10 have actually been called up. I'm not sure where exactly they've been called up from, but Captain David Sadecki said 10 aircraft. They're trying to get a handle on this and a jump on this right away. We've seen about 3 so far. We have another one that's kind of flying around the fire to kind of let the other airplanes know what's going on. I'm sorry, I'm getting some debris in my eye because it is so windy out here. Again, we have another handful of cars that are leaving the area, trying to get out so that firefighters can get in.
I could not get in, actually, and I'm fortunate that the phone lines didn't go down, and so I was able to talk to her and give her some direction as to what to grab, and these precious little girls are the main thing. So now that
those are your cats. We have one cat here and one in your trunk here.
Gusty winds, and I think we have Tori Sanchez back out live in the field. Tori.
Yeah, Alan, I just have an update for you. People who have horses are being allowed to go and get those animals and bring them back. Now, this is an update. They weren't letting anybody in at all.
I want to go back out live now to Victoria Sanchez, and she is standing by with Captain David Sadecki with Santa Barbara County Fire.
That's right. I'm with Captain David Sadecki. Now, Captain Sadecki, you just drove back down from the flames. What can you tell us right now about the fire?
The fire's at about 500 acres. It's being pushed by wind. It's burning in an easterly direction. Currently, we have firefighters that are doing evacuations, as well as perimeter control, boots on the ground, and then we're also doing structured defense.
Any structures burned so far?
We did have one structure that was partially burned. It was a U.S. Forest Service building. And then we also had 2 vehicles that were near that building that burned. One was a Forest Service vehicle. The other was a privately owned vehicle.
Anyone injured? Any people that may have been in the area that have been hurt by this fire?
No injuries yet reported, so that's a good thing.
How many people have been evacuated? As you can see, we have a lot of people who are waiting to get back in. How many people were taken out?
We evacuated the entire canyon, Paradise Canyon, so all the campers left. It's hard to estimate how many that were. We have about 50 structures in the area. We evacuated all those structures. We have about 50 to 75 people, residents, that have been displaced.
So it's a full response. 14 engines, 2 dozers, 3 water tenders, 2 hand crews, 4 air tankers, and 2 helos. And Victoria Sanchez back out there live. Want to go back to her for an update.
We are on the move. Let me tell you where we're at right now. We're in front of the Los Prietos Boys Camp. I'm here with my videographer, Brandon. He's going to pan over and show you what we're seeing. Right across from Los Prietos, we have a fire crew who is dousing the flames next to the road. As you can see here, it came up very, very close to this road here. We also have 2 more trucks coming down the hill and a crew of firefighters, as you can see, getting ready to go deeper into this fire. And it is very, very smoky out here, and it is very, very warm as well. And I'm not able to hear you, Beth or CJ, but what I can tell you is that we're trying to get in deeper to get you a shot of exactly what's happening right now and what the firefighters are doing. Again, Los Prietos Boys Camp just behind me. It was evacuated hours ago. We did see some vans carrying the boys away from this area. This whole area has been evacuated. about 50 homes, and people aren't able to come back inside because, as you can see right here, the flames came up very, very close to the road. Again, we are on the move. We want to give you an update of where we're at. We're at Los Prietos Boys Camp with the firefighters who are trying to combat these flames.
Yeah. We do have Victoria Sanchez, our reporter out there live, who's been in a very remote area, and she's bringing us back some new information and hopefully some new images as well. Victoria?
Yeah, that's right, Beth and TJ. I'm out actually on Upper Oso. We're actually the only media that's up here. We're with a group of firefighters, and you can probably hear the helicopters just coming one after another, because we are very close to the flames right now. You can hear that helicopter just above me. It's this chopper 3 with the sheriff's department that's just called us, dousing water on these flames. What I can tell you where we're at, we are at an area where the firefighters say is actually relatively safe. We're at a area that's already burned, so it's all black. They're calling this a black area, which is where we are. But again, we are on the front lines. We have our car running just in case we have to get in and get out of the area.
Okay, and you were back in some of the remote canyons, and just for folks who do know those campground sites, can you explain what has burned so far and what hasn't?
What we see so far from where we're at is everything. Everything is black from one side of the road to the other. We have passed the lower Oso, which is kind of where the road splits. As people know, one way goes up to Red Rock and White Rock. Another way goes up to the upper Oso, which is where we're at right now. What we did see, which was actually very eerie, Beth, is that on the way up, there was still food from barbecue left on the picnic table. 1 second. These helicopters are just flying right over us. But like I was saying, the food, we saw some watermelon, some cups, still left on the picnic table because people were evacuated that quickly.
Wow. Okay, Tori, so you, we will go back to you in a bit. It sounds like you're going to go back to another area?
We are staying, actually, the flames are taking up Upper Oso. We're going to stay here. We're not going to go any further. Right now, we're being advised, don't go any further than where we're at because, like I said, we're at the front lines. And with my videographer, Brandon Davis, who's actually getting this video. Unfortunately, because we're in the canyon area, we're not getting the reception to send those that video right now. But we will have that on News Channel 3 as soon as we can.
Okay, tell us this. We were told that the 6 air tankers have been grounded because of the winds, but the helicopters are still flying.
Helicopters are still flying. We have not seen any fixed-wing aircraft in a while. Hang on 1 second. I have to put on my mask. The smoke is actually shifted, and it's heading this way, if you can still hear me.
Yeah.
Yes, we have helicopters. That's it. Haven't seen the fixed-wing aircraft because these winds are kicking up, and it's not coming from just one direction, which is actually quite common with a fire. When you have this much wind and so many flames, it kind of swirls around. We almost feel like we're actually in a kind of a blender of smoke almost. I know you can't see this, but some search and rescue, 3 search and rescue bees are past me right now, going deeper into this canyon area.
Okay, Tori Sanchez, be careful up there with Brandon. And again, she's reporting from the Upper Oso area. Saw food left on picnic tables. People left that quickly. So the fact that the helicopters aren't able to make a straight draw, they're not able to aim directly because of the winds.
Right. Almost like a truck on a freeway, fish tailing a little bit. Coming up a little bit slower, just trying to make sure that they come in angle so that they can not only drop the water on the fire, but that they can be safe themselves.
I'm curious, have you heard anything from the firefighters? Are they sure they got everybody out of the backcountry?
I was just speaking to one of the Los Padres National Forest firefighters who's actually kind of coordinating some of these firefighters. I asked him what they're doing to make sure that their firefighters are safe, and he told me they're keeping a head count. They're making sure that everybody in groups. You do not see any firefighters walking alone. I think that's one of the things is that everybody is kind of in a team because with these winds, you're not sure where exactly the fire is going to jump to.